Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. City Chiefs taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down here to the 43. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way. And able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done. And for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the deep.
Touchdown! Demarcus Robinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And now out come the Steelers. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They hand this off to Harris. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, Harris. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This is the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round, as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it was the Buffalo Bills who are moving on as they knock off the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to get the ball up. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Shoves him aside. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures, he's going to play a big role whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Mahomes going to throw. Caught on the slant. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. For the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They call it a loss of a yard there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
So give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Roethlisberger will throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Ben's throw hauled in by Washington. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. Now Roethlisberger as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.